drivers. It's just what he did. And so I'm walking towards the van and I see the door is open, and now I'm really nervous because a bunch of kids are crowded around it. And I flash back to a few months before when I'd walked into school and a bunch of kids were crowded around my locker, and when they stepped aside, I saw that they had written nasty things all over my locker. So now I'm bracing for impact again. And one of the kids turns to me and he says, "Is this your ride?" And he's running his hand on the floor, which is now blue shag carpet instead of the old commercial gray carpet that was on the floor. And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Wow, this is really cool, Mary." And I was like, "Wait, this is cool? I'm cool? This is great, I'm cool." Yeah, it's cool, yeah. So my dad gets us back in, and we go speeding back down Route 1 to drop everybody off. Jimmy and Kristen are canoodling in front of me. Mike and I are talking, and my dad drops off Kristen first, and then he drops off Mike. And so Jimmy decides to move to sit next to me. And as we're going to Jimmy's house, I notice he's starting to creep closer to me. I don't think anything of it at first. But then he's getting into my personal space, and I realize he's about to kiss me. And I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't happen to me. I just brought a friend to the dance, and I'm not that girl, and and this is my best friend's boyfriend. And then I realize that Jimmy's on the floor, and I'm in brake position, thinking I'm gonna fall off, and I realize my dad's hit the brakes. And I look up and our eyes meet in the rearview mirror, and I realize Dad didn't like Jimmy. Dad thought Jimmy was pretty shady, and Dad knew Jimmy was gonna pull something that night, and he wasn't gonna let that happen. So we get to Jimmy's house, and Dad gets Jimmy out, and he says, "Good night, sir," and my father grunts at him. And he gets me into the front passenger seat, and we're driving home. And I realized that my dad made me pretty cool for that night. And as the years went by, he always had my back. He would just do things to make sure that I was okay, whether I was cool or whatnot. And I was really lucky. So even though a lot of those kids had a limo ride, I truly had the magic carpet. Thank you.
This program is made possible in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
The Stories from the Stage podcast, with extraordinary true stories, wherever you listen to podcasts. Consider supporting more great storytelling at give.worldchannel.org/stories.
If you are a Missouri resident enrolled or planning to enroll in a broadcast or digital media degree program, you may qualify for a scholarship through the Missouri Broadcasters Association. Applications will be accepted through January 15th. Learn more at optv.org.
Historically, people's exposure to music was primarily through family members and their local community, following traditional styles passed down through generations.
Most people back then, especially in rural areas, made their own music. So people were homegrown musicians.
There was a lot of German music, there was a lot of Scot and Irish music that came in from Kentucky and Tennessee as families migrated on a generational basis.
So in those days, you had the music that you knew. It wasn't like you were listening to all sorts of other people. You had the square dance you went to on Saturday nights, perhaps, or you had your local group of musicians.
Tent shows were very popular, especially in rural areas and small towns. Vaudeville was big in the cities. In the 20s and 30s, they discovered that what's called hillbilly music was very popular with radio listeners.
Hillbilly music, as I think of it, it follows that same pattern of music that reflects life in some way or other. whether joys or sorrows or adventures or whatever. Every good hillbilly song, I think, has to tell a good story.
You had to go out of your way to come to the Ozarks. So there was a strong cultural identity to the music that was created and played here. When KWTO and other radio stations came on the air, this cultural identity had an outlet, and it produced a lot of notable people.
Missouri is a very unique state. It truly is where the eastern forest meets the prairies. Missouri is a great place for the outdoors, is a great place for people who love the outdoors.
This program was made possible in part by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
From the great Atlantic Ocean to
Ken Burns and his brilliant team at Florentine Films has taken on one of the pillars of American culture, country music.
As a country music community, we were all beyond excited when we found out he was interested enough in what we've done to come and do this. This is a huge thing for us.
I think everyone in our genre and